Are you ready to join the Republic? 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 Are you ready to join the Republic?
What a time to be a gamer! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Anna Prosser Robinson, and I will be your host this evening. I'm a video games media personality, which means I spend a lot of time talking about video games and about the people who play them. As somebody who is passionate about performance, not only because I love games, but because it's important for me to do my job, I know, as you do, that the relationship between gamers and their hardware is very important. That's why I'm so thrilled to be here with you celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Republic of Gamers. We'll look back at all the accomplishments over the last decade and see what's coming up next. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce you to someone who will kick things off for us, the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Gamers, Johnny Shi.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us in Taipei as we celebrate the first decade of ROG. ROG only exists for one reason, and that is to empower gamers with the most ferocious weapons that are designed to dominate the battlefields. Like you, we live to win. We live to dance on the misery of our adversary. We live to embrace triumph and influence. We live to bring you everything but ordinary. Legend is a one-hit wonder, but legacy is a lifetime of achievements with a decorated Wall of Fame. Take a quick walk with me. Last year, we made overclocking possible on laptops with our GX 700, the world's first liquid-cooled gaming laptop. In 2012, we introduced the ROG Titan CG8890, the world's first and only desktop that transforms itself to dissipate heat while redirect cool air into the system. It is still the most mesmerizing desktop in the history of mankind. In 2007, we introduced the ROG Maximus Formula motherboard, the world's first hybrid thermal solution, which quickly became an industry standard. Maximus Formula is currently in its 8th generation and continues to deliver the best of our motherboard innovation. In 2004, we introduced the Asus V9999 Gamer Edition graphics card, which sparked the trend for decorative lighting on components. We breathe trepidation into those around us in a competitive setting. We recognize that monitors play a critical role to deliver the most immersive and impeccable gaming experience. So we became the first to bring the revolutionary G-Sync technology to our ROG Swift monitor. Through our monitors, your world will never be the same again. A smooth and secure network is a matter of life and death in the battlefields. We gave you the world's first routers with built-in game accelerator, the Asus RT AC5300. It reduces the average pin time and accelerates network speed. Our dedication to superior design and engineering has been recognized and celebrated by the gaming community worldwide. Thank you for making Asus the dominant #1 gaming brand in the world. Thank you. Thank you. In the next decade and more to come, we will continue to push ROG forward and empower gamers with more epic innovations. Thank you. We are also very fortunate to have a longtime partner who shares the same passion for innovation. Let us welcome our longtime friend, Mr. Gregory Bryant of Intel, to join me on stage.
Thank you, sir.
So good to see you.
Thanks,
yeah,
Johnny.
Yeah, pleasure.
Hey, wow, what a great place to be. I'm so honored to be here and humbled to be following Johnny, who's just a legend. And I'm proud to be a member of the Republic of Gamers following this commander. So let's give a big hand for Johnny. He's awesome. Hey, I just want to say we've had an amazing collaboration over now nearly 3 decades with Asus. It's 27 years together that we've been partnered, and we're just thrilled about what we're doing here with the Republic of Gamers. I got to say, first and foremost, we are just excited about gaming. And if you just step back and look at it, it's been pretty amazing. You know, there are now more than 1.3 billion gamers in the world. 1 in every 7 people on the planet is now gaming.
Very true. Yeah.
It's remarkable. 700 million are active, you know, doing some form of content or service every month. And now with the rise of esports, you know that we sponsor Intel Extreme Masters around the world for esports competition. It's just taken off. And it's not just the teams and the players, it's the fans and the audience that's supporting him and watching online. It's just exploding. So, you know, gaming has really become the place where innovation happens in the consumer PC. And, you know, our work in collaboration with Asus is the best example of that. Johnny just highlighted a few things, whether it's the new GT51 desktop, whether it's the new GX800 gaming laptop, and then, of course, one of my favorites, the special anniversary edition, that 10th anniversary edition platform that they have is amazing. It's going to support our new Broadwell E processor. I can't talk about it much today. You know, stay tuned. Very, 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 very soon.
Tomorrow.
Well, probably. Johnny says tomorrow. We'll be able to talk about that. But we did great collaboration with Asus to bring that system, to get that system ready to go. And, you know, that processor will drop right in there. It's going to be an amazing new experience. So with that, I'm just so proud of the collaboration that we've had, the great work, and I think together we're going to really bring to the market aspirational systems for gamers, things, just new experiences that people can't imagine. So thank you so much for all your partnership.
Thank you for the great partnership. Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Johnny and Gregory.
Hey.
Johnny, if you would mind standing in the middle
yeah.
between
sure,
me and Gregory, we have a message for our community. You guys have seen what amazing things we can do when we band together as gamers. And to that end, I know you can see that the power is already in your hands. So this 10th anniversary of the Republic of Gamers, we would like to invite you to join us. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Join
the Republic!
Yeah. Woo! ROG, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Johnny and Gregory.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And now, we
thank
got
you.
a look at the past 10 years. Let's check out what's coming up next. To that end, I'd love to introduce you to the General Commander of the Republic of Gamers, Derek Yu.
Thank you, Anna. Wow, what a turnout. Good evening. My name is Derek Yu. I'm so happy and proud to be able to stand here on this very special day for the Republic of Gamers. Before all this glory, 10 years ago, I still remember ROG started off as a prototype project within the motherboard division. And I think it's only fitting to kick off the product section with the latest 10-year anniversary special edition motherboard. Let's take a look. Well, do you guys remember what motherboard used to look like? That's how far we've come. But talking about motherboards, though, over the years, we have seen various different kinds of form factor coming into the industry. Now, most of them were for the purposes of different sizes. But if we really look at it, not many of them were designed with the DIY user's perspective. And this is where we come in, Project Avalon. We were thinking, if we think outside of the box, can we make the inside of the box more interesting? Now, as a leader in the DIY industry, nobody knows the DIY users better than we do. We did it all the time. I did it all the time. That's why I got all these cuts in my hands. But so this is the concept designed to modularize all the components for easier installation, easier assembly, easier upgrade, and with better connections. So with this, the users can even swap out different I/O modules with the configurations that suits your need. And in the end, it all comes back together into this tight little chassis, something that you can come to expect and put into good use. So we have partners on board to develop this new platform with us, partners like Ingwen, which has been supportive all the way. And we share the same vision that DIY users deserve an innovation to better their experiences. So today, we're also welcoming more partners to join us, join the Republic, and to take this project further together. So to the desktops. Now, the G20 has truly redefined what a PC could and should like on the desk of a gamer. So naturally, our next step will be, how do we beef it up even more to really push for the limitation of system engineering? And right off the bat, our goal was to put 2 of the most powerful graphics cards, along with the most powerful CPU in the world, stuff it into the smallest space possible. And our idea was truly really simple. We want to have the power from a full-fledged, 4-tower desktop with the power and performance to cruise through 4K gaming in ultra setting, squeeze into something small, and make it pretty. And this is the preliminary test result that we're seeing. We have done it. So as you can see, we are getting more than 70% of increase in 3D performances. And when we take it to a test run with some of the latest games out there, we're able to run Doom in 4K resolution, ultra detail setting, at a comfortable average frame rate of 60 frames per second. And we might have put this product under the 20-liter category, but the space inside was really 11 liters that we can work with. So that calls for brand new thermal considerations, including we had to use the advanced 3D vapor chamber system, which was introduced last year with the GX700. And we also had to design special hidden airflow channels, multiple of them, to dissipate heat, to manage cooling in different thermal zones. And that is how the G31 becomes the most powerful pound for pound gaming desktop in the world. Monitor-wise, the ROG gaming monitor has gained fast traction in the past couple of years in delivering truly astonishing and immersive gaming experiences. But for the eSport gamer out there, they still want all that performance, all that innovation from the Republic of Gamers, but in a size that's smaller. Because what you want, what you don't want in the end of the day when you're battling in a tournament is to have to roll your eyeballs around just trying to look at a map or trying to spot somebody behind a corner. And I'm proud to introduce the ROG 24-inch eSport monitor, the PG248Q. And I'm also happy to say that the ROG monitor will be proud sponsors to many of the top tournaments around the world, including ESL 1 for CSGO, and also the highest priced money tournament, the International for Dota 2. The PQ248Q is the best professional gaming monitor there is. And onto the laptop. So as a sequel to the GX700 last year, you pretty much know this is coming. The world's most powerful gaming laptop in the history of mankind. Now, the GX700 was already a beast of performance, equipped with the best graphic available for laptops. So then with the GX800, we're stuffing 2 of them inside this chassis, again, to push the limit of laptop engineering. Now, to give you an idea of how far we're taking this, when you take this laptop, dock it in, and put it on the desk, it's able to take in as much as 660 watts of power. So we're going full out over here to get the performance. No compromise, no fooling around. As you can see, we're already hitting high marks on all the critical components. Now, the way that we achieve this is through hydro overclocking system. Now, last year, we introduced the first ever water cooling system for laptops. We get a pretty good feel for it. And this year, we're really riding it, putting some serious loading under it. And as you know, typically in an SLI configuration, you get about 60–70% increase in performance. But with a hydro overclocking system, we gave you an additional 20–30% in performance increase. In the case of GX 800, as you can see over here, we're able to achieve over twice the performance of a single graphics, actually 2.36 to be exact. And also, we realized that in comparison to our competitor, we're getting an almost 30% more than our competitor's best efforts. So performance is important, of course, but in ROG, we also value interactivities and experiences. And that is why in the GX 800, we're also phasing in the MagTech mechanical keyboard. So now gamer can have that reliability from a mechanical keyboard and also the special tactile feeling that you get from a real mechanical switch. ROG has also introduced a wide variety of different gaming peripherals, from mouse to keyboards to the latest ROG Centurion headset. This is a true 7.1 headset with 10 physical channels, and at the same time, it utilizes many hi-fi grade material and components. So all the quality that you hear is true, and every last detail and all the channels that you're hearing is true. On the 10th year of the Republic, we're introducing a series under the brand. We're calling it the Strix series. The ROG Strix offers a different vibe. It's vibrant, it is dynamic, it's still powerful and fast, but just in a different flavor. The latest offering from the ROG Strix is the ROG Strix GTX 1080. And yes, this is that highly anticipated, long-awaited ROG graphics card that utilizes the NVIDIA's latest Pascal architecture. But in true ROG spirit, we're making it even better. So we're giving it a better thermal solution, Aura RGB lighting, and also gamers can play with it at a higher frequency than that of a standard graphics card. There are more to come from the Strix series from various different categories, so please do stay tuned. So we have so much to look forward to, and we are grateful for the #1 position that we enjoy in the market today. But in the end of the day, it's the fans that got us here, and that's who we live for, the fans. This year, we have the privilege to be able to invite some of the loyal fans from all around the world to come to Taipei, join us here at the Computex. So please allow me to welcome some of our fans on stage with me. Thank you, guys. So there are actually so many stories out there that we have nothing less than gratitude and appreciation from all of these guys and more around the world. But then due to the time constraint, I can only have time to share with you one of the examples. And this is where we're going to take a look over here. So may I invite Sean to join me up here? Hello, Sean.
Hi, Derek. How are you?
All right, so imagine that's his collection. Sean, I have to say, the first time I see this picture, it brings tears to my eyes, man. I mean, I don't even keep that many motherboards.
Oh, really?
I mean, but the second thought I have is, man, that's got to be expensive. I hope you still have all your kidneys attached.
Yeah.
How much does that cost you?
To the wife, it doesn't cost a lot. In reality, in motherboards, it's probably close to about 10,000 Australian dollars.
10,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah.
But so you're a big contributor to our revenue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, in ROG gear in general, it doesn't just end with motherboard. There's graphics cards, peripherals, everything. So
Yeah. So how'd you get started? I mean,
I bought my first ROG motherboard in December 2010. And then from there, I just fell in love with ROG. Started buying all the other, everything that ROG had to offer, from the SSD to the sound card to the headset, everything. And then the motherboard idea was just an idea. I didn't expect it to get to this stage.
it's hard to plan for this.
Yeah, I didn't plan for it at all. It was only meant to be very, very small. And then it's just eventuated into, something that's, I look at it completely special now. It's especially with the 10th anniversary of ROG. It really is something special. So,
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Sean.
Thank you.
So, it has been a very interesting decade, to say the very least, for PC gaming. We have seen the surge of gaming technologies, the rise of console games, mobile games, and the eventual renaissance of the PC games. And this decade has been fantastic for the Republic of Gamers, for we have stuck true to our belief in treating gamers right. And I am appreciative for all your participation and support. And over the past 10 years, we have reinvented ourselves time and again in setting trends for the industry and meeting demands for all kinds of different gamers and enthusiasts out there. So please, let's look forward to more cool things coming from the ROG in the next 10 years and many, many decades to come. Thank you. All right. And please do allow me to introduce Anna back on the stage. I understand she's got some friends with her.
I do indeed. Come on up, guys. I have with me a pro gaming team that you might recognize, and that is AHQ. They're going to join us up on stage. If you guys don't mind scooting down just a tiny bit, we're going to bring quite a few people up on stage with us here. AHQ is on stage, as well as some awesome gamers and streamers from here in Taiwan. All of those 10 will actually be competing in a show match here before too long. So that's going to be very exciting. But we have them up on stage. And then we'd also like to invite back some Asus executives.
Sure.
If we could bring back, of course, the Asus chairman, Johnny Shi. Please come back up. Asus vice chairman and president, Jonathan Sung. Asus vice presidents, Jackie Xu and Joe Xie. Please join us. Come up on stage.
Yep.
Let's hear a warm round of applause for them as well. And guys, now that we're all up here, we're going to take a great big family photo. So if you would all pose here for these cameras right here in the center. And now if you could look to the right with me. And now to the left. And once more to the center. Please. Thank you all so very much. Stay up here with me for just one more moment. Guys, that's almost all we have for you tonight. But remember, tonight we did invite you to join us and join the Republic. And what that means is that you're going to see lots of amazing community initiatives, starting up with DreamHack in Sweden this June. So keep an eye out, because we're going to be inviting gamers worldwide to join us in this community. The demo area is now open, so please check that out. And don't forget, we are going to have that League of Legends show match in about 20 minutes, so don't go too far. We hope you'll explore, find out what you like, and that you will decide also to join the Republic. Thank you guys for now. right, guys, we are back, and I am joined by Clement. Now, if anyone in the audience doesn't know who you are, Clement, tell us, who are you and what do you do?
I'm the color caster for the LMS, the League Master Series, the premier professional League of Legends league here in Taipei.
It's a pleasure to have you with us, and we are also joined by some amazing personalities here on either side. We know that they're from AHQ and that they're streamers, but can you tell us a little bit more about who we have here?
Yeah, sure. Starting out here on the red side, this is Landcat. He's my roommate and also a very popular game know-it-all in Taiwan. Very good streamer. On his left is Chowie, another mid laner for AHQ, also the hero from Singapore. Going down the line, we have Albus, AHQ's support, also a very popular player. And then we have LMS first team jungler Mountain here. And at the very end of the table, last but not least, we have Xiaokui, also a very popular streamer here.
And on our other side?
On our other side, we arguably have the more popular, famous team. On the first one, we have the world-renowned mid laner AHQ's Westor, a very good assassin player. And on his right, we have AHQ's Ziv, two-time league MVP and definitely the star of our league. On his right, we have AHQ's Ann, a star ADC player. Then we have Wins, now streamer, used to be the best jungler in Taiwan, TPA's former jungler. And then we also have an ex-member from the TPA World Champion squad, Kola Lin.
Awesome. Well, these are some stacked teams, and I know these people have never played together professionally. It's all mixed up. We have 3 from AHQ and 2 streamers on each team, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think we're going to see in this match?
I really hope they pick up their best champions and give us a good show. They haven't really played each other, and they haven't been playing in the league for a while, so this is going to be about entertainment.
Awesome. This is going to be something totally unexpected. I know you need to get back to the caster booth, so go ahead and head back there. Let's hear it for Clement, everybody. It's going to take him just a few moments to get back there, so what I need you guys to do is to help me get it really esports in here. We got to get it really esports. So I need you to pick either the red team or the blue team and decide who you are going to cheer for. So, are you ready? Who is cheering for the red team? Okay, pretty good, pretty good. You could say they're arguably favored to win, maybe. So who's cheering for the arguable underdog, the blue team? All right, I think you guys you're warming up your esports muscles. This is good. Keep them primed. We're gonna get right into this show match. I don't think we're quite ready yet, but do observe, of course, that all of these gamers are tricked out with their very own Republic of Gamers laptop. They're looking pretty darn snazzy, if you ask me, and they are ready to play. We are going to be watching League of Legends. We're going to start out with the draft and picks, which I don't see ready yet, so I think Clement is having to wade through a few of you to get back there. All of you are doing a great job of checking out the products. I see everything full in all of the demo areas, and if you haven't done that yet, be sure to elbow your way in there to make sure that you have a chance to look at these great products. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you guys today, and I am stoked to be here on stage as I see Clement, I think, getting ready back there. We do have our gamers warming up. It looks like their screens are primed and ready. They are in the draft, it looks like. So as soon as I see that come up on the screen, I will get you guys into that match.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we head into the band pick phase. For you that aren't familiar with League of Legends, it's definitely the major esports title here and also the most streamed game in Taiwan so far. We have AHQ, almost a dynasty in terms of the LMS, two-time champion, and for the last split, they were second place behind the Flash Wolves. Also was a quarter-finalist at the World Championships in 2015. Now we go into the band pick phase. First band straight off the bat for the blue side is Nami. This pick is definitely targeted at Xiaokui, who has been an avid support player. Going after the ladies first. We look at the red side here, Soraka being banned out. Now, just a reminder, these teams may not be playing in the positions that they play professionally, so we might get some surprises. Personally, I would like to see Ziv in his most dominant top lane, and I would like to see Westor on something he excels at, maybe the Twisted Fate or the Fizz, but we might not get that in this game so far. Now, casting is usually a job for two, but today it will be me, myself, and I hope you guys can all enjoy the show. If you want to check out more great League of Legends stuff, you can check out the League Master Series, of course, which Republic of Gamers is a proud sponsor of, and I hope after this event they will continue their sponsorship. We're looking at the bans again. Fiddlesticks, a top-tier jungler right now, being banned out from the blue side, and also Lucian. Now, this is a champion that historically Anne has had a little bit of trouble on, so they're banning it out due to the popularity in this patch. We're looking over here at the red side bans, Nidalee being taken out, also Swain. These are very high priority picks. Kindred being the first pick here. Now this is looking like a really professional high-level MSI game. We've seen this champion being picked multiple times as a first pick jungler, tier 1 jungler in the jungle position here. Now, purple side is going to counter with a Echo pick. For those of you that can't read Chinese here, this is Landcat's ID. It's called All the Girls Are Belong to Me, which I think is a definitely very applaudable position. We also see the Graves being locked down here. Most likely going into the jungler position. Blue team now has the second and third picks. Ryze is a interesting champion. It's a very highly sought after, 100% appearance rate in the LCK currently, but we haven't seen Westor really pick this champion up so far. Wow, this looks like AHQ's bread and butter composition. They run this a lot, very good engage with the Sivir on the Hunt ultimate, boosts up the entire team up to 80% move speed, and we also see the Maokai, the tier 1 tank right now, easiest engage of all the tanks. To counter this hard engage, we're looking at the red team looking into picking up Ezreal. This champion is known for his slipperiness. He can build into the Iceborne Gauntlet to slow his opponents, and also has the Arcane Shift to move away from hard engages. However, the red side team actually hasn't locked onto their champion pool right now. We see Mountain really mulling over the Caitlyn pick. Long-range AD carry this patch, which has been very popular. Morgana being locked here, most likely for the support position. Now that Xiaokui's Nami has been banned out, she needs to find something that she's comfortable on. As we see in the ban pick phase right now, the red side gets the last pick. It is usually reserved for the mid laner as a counter pick, and now we have to see the blue side team reveal their hand. They are still missing a support and a mid laner pick right now. Wow, we're going to see Westor pick up a champion that he has been very famous on, the Fizz. This is the champion that he solo killed Faker on. Faker, the two-time world champion, only solo killed by 4 players in the world, and Westor just happens to be one of them. But we're actually in for a bit of a curveball. Westor is not going to pick up the Fizz, instead going to go for the Victor. Now this historically has not been a champion he has been known for. I don't think we've seen him play it ever. And in his place, Chowie is actually going to pick up the LeBlanc, a very slippery assassin player. This champion is known for her high burst and her deception. Her passive allows her to gain an extra clone, which she can control. Looking at the team comps here, we're seeing blue side with a more meta composition, I would say. Very strong team fighting. Has a great front line with the Maokai, very strong engage tools with Sona and with the Sivir on the Hunt. For the red side, we're seeing more of a skirmishing composition. A lot of heavy hitters with a lot of mobility on their side in the top lane, coming in the form of Echo and also AHQ's Chowie's playing on this LeBlanc here. They don't need to care too much about their backline. We see Mountain on the Ezreal, and also with the Black Shield from Morgana. Ezreal is going to be very hard to lock down. So this composition is all about going in and sniping off the enemy carries, preferably in a with a numbers advantage rather than going into an even numbers team fight here, which the blue side is likely to favor right here. Now, there's a lot of strategies involved when you're a professional team playing against amateur players. And the most obvious one we're likely going to see is these amateur players being targeted over and over again. We're currently heading into the spectator delay. I really think that Landcat here has to hold on to his boots because he is going to be the one that's going to get targeted. Maokai represents a very strong ganking lane, especially coupled with Ziv's Kindred right here. So if Echo can move out of the lane alive and not die too many times, I think it's a win for Landcat. On the other hand, the story might be Westor and Chowie. Both of these are AHQ's mid laners. Last split, they split time in the mid lane, one playing on blue side and the other playing on red side, but neither one has been able to lock down the mid position from their coaching staff. Maybe here at the show match, we might see a little bit of the fireworks going off as they're both trying to secure that fabled position as the mid lane AHQ. Going down a little bit more, we're seeing Kolalin on the Sona. Kolalin previously played as the support of the Taipei Assassin, now a streamer. Sorry, looks like we're having a little bit of difficulties with the microphone right now. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for that. We're now back with a new microphone. Still 1 minute into the game when it actually starts. Going over the storylines a little bit and the players here. I think we can talk about AHQ a little bit more. AHQ has started out as the 4th place team in the LMS, quickly moved up in the 2015 Spring Finals to dethrone Flash Wolves and emerge as the top team in the LMS. Their reign would last for 2 seasons as they won the championship in spring and also later in summer. Definitely a top contender here to win the championship again in the 2016 summer LMS. Their star players has been their mid laner Westor and also their carry from the top lane Ziv. Ziv has been our 2-time MVP of the league. He's definitely considered one of the best players in the league for sure. Probably the best tank initiator out of any professional League of Legends player. And now we are heading into the game. I tell you, I'm very hyped for this game. It's been a long time since we've seen AHQ play. They did miss out on the midseason invitational, so it's been about a month since we've seen them play. We're playing on the new patch live, 6.10. Last time we saw them is on 6.8. So we're seeing some new champions coming out here. Just going down the list. We have Wins playing in the top lane on Maokai, Ziv playing in the jungle position, and Ann playing the Victor in the mid lane. Westor actually moving over to the ADC on Sivir here, and Colin playing the role that she's most familiar with, the support role. Here on the red side, we have Echo from Landcat. Of course, my popular streamer and my roommate here. We have Albus on the jungle position. Now, Albus is known as kind of a toolbox of the LMS. He's actually played in all 5 positions, and he was the star jungler on AHQ Fighters before. Chowie on the position he's most comfortable on, here in the mid lane. With the champion he's also quite known for, the LeBlanc. We see Mountain, who is a jungler on AHQ, taking up the AD carry position here. Level 1, we're seeing standard lanes. Nothing too much happening here. Ziv gonna poke into the enemy jungle a little bit. We're seeing Ann trying to do something cheeky here. Might get a bit of damage here on his support. Oh, doesn't look like it. Gets spotted here, takes 2 gunshots to the face. Also the Q. Manages to slink away with only 100 hit points taken off his health bar. So far, so good. I'd say this opening really favors the blue side a little bit. They've gathered more intel from the enemy level 1. We see the Gromp camp here, warded up, and also the red. Right outside the red, there's a ward here. So the pings are going down. Red side is obviously aware where blue side has warded, but they're still going to start this camp anyway. These days we see standard lanes being a very important focal point for the teams. Nobody really wants a lane swap with the elemental dragons this patch. Going down the lane matchups a little bit, I think Echo is definitely the favored lane in the top lane here, but he's going against a ex-pro player in Wins. So we're gonna see how Wins can keep his professional status up against Landcat right now. If we look in the mid lane, I think during the laning phase, Anna should be a little bit favored here. He has a long-range poke to deal with Chowie. And if we look at the summoners, Anne has taken up the barrier summoner. This is something that has been patched recently, as now only a 3-minute cooldown should help him survive the lane against Chowie's aggression. In the bot lane, we're seeing a lot of trading going on here. I think Sona should have a slight advantage in the lane just because of her poke. It's very hard for Mountain to avoid damage here. We're seeing the lane being pushed up slightly. The first big tempo change of this game is definitely going to be when the junglers start to gank. Both of these junglers are tier 1. Maybe Kindred is considered slightly more top tier here. Cola Lin takes a dark binding to the face, but it doesn't look like much is going to happen there. Ziv already going for his first mark here on the Scuttlecraft. Oh, actually, yes, he does get the first mark here. This is going to gain him more damage through his passive. Moves to the bot lane, but seeing the lane being pushed up, doesn't decide to go for the gank. Continues farming here a little bit. First blood in the top lane. Wow. Landcat is going off here. We didn't get to see that, but what I think happened is that maybe Wins is a bit rusty on the Maokai. These trades can happen really fast, so it's a bit of a pity that we didn't get to catch that. We're seeing Wins here being forced to burn his teleport back to lane. He does have the lane in a good position, so that's a good thing for him. If this lane was pushing, it would be a much harder situation for him. Now we know that Landcat, though he has never played professionally, has been a very avid top laner player. He's played a lot of the Fiora in the top lane. Albus going in, stealing the camp. Here from AHQ Ziv. Ziv forced to Q away. Still holds onto his flash, but is now down a level against Albus right here. Albus moving through the blue side jungle unopposed. Is going to put a little bit of pressure down here on the mid lane. And sensing the danger, chooses to stay underneath his turret. Doesn't want to venture out too much. We see Albus pathing towards the marked camp right now. The marked camp is visible to all players on the battlefield. So he will choose to take that passive buff away from the Kindred. As the top lane falters and the mid lane seems like it's under a lot of pressure. I think a lot of this carrying is going to come down to Westwar once again here on Sivir in the bot lane. He's been continuously pushing this lane down. They're running out of wards, however, so they're backing right now. A little bit afraid of the Albus's pressure here. We're seeing in the mid lane a serious trade going down. Actually, Victor is able to take out Chowie's passive. Now Chowie is down to half health while Anne is at full. Wow, this is definitely very surprising. Now Anne is, as we've said multiple times before, is the AD carry of the team. Not really known for his mid lane prowess. Anne also played on TGS before and is known as a good jungler. Played a lot of Lee Sin and Amumu back in the day. Going back to top lane here, we're seeing Landcat still holding onto his lane. Going back on his first back, getting the Ruby Crystal and the MR Cloak. Gonna take Wins down to below 200 health. Wow, Wins is really losing this lane hard. He really needs the jungler to come up here and alleviate some of this pressure right now. Well, Wins does show very good fundamentals. Still ahead in CS here. Probably due to the lane control after giving up first blood. We're seeing a gank coming in from Anne. Chowie, this is just the clone here. Hit points a bit too low to proceed with this gank. No follow-up continuing, and continuing to push the lane up. A little bit of trading going on in the bot lane, but as we talked about before, it should go in the favor of Westwar right now, going aggressive, going up with the auto attack Q reset, but Kololin getting stuck in the binding. It's almost about to go down, goes down to Mountain. Wow, that was a very unfortunate play there. This should have been a 1 lane. And again, another Dark Binding going down from Xiaokui here. Mountain going a little too far forward and falling down to Westor. Westor not showing any mercy to his teammates. Gonna follow up with the Q and the auto attack reset. But Xiaokui manages to slink back to the... Uh-oh, now Albus is cut in a very dangerous position. Uses the E to cross the wall here, but still has to go back with the flash and go into Ann's Death Ray. And picks up a kill here, really showing up on this champion. I'm really surprised about the versatility that Ann's been showing here today. So far, 2-2. This game has been surprisingly close. We're seeing the map control really favor red side or the top side here. Wow, Win's being stuck in the W. That's a 2.25 second stun. Very long for League of Legends standards. Probably more accustomable for you Dota 2 fans out there. Bit of trading still going on, but this vision is completely in red side's favor. If there's going to be any plays here, then I feel like Ziv really needs to go top and try to get the vision down. We're seeing Chowie go for the Abyssal Scepter first. Probably the most profitable item against AP mages in the mid laner. He's going to do a roam right now, but his position will be spotted out if he goes through this inner tri-brush. We see Mountain trying to secure this brush so that Chowie can possibly roam down to the bot lane. They've managed to take out the pink here. And Kololin is surprisingly low again. Now, Xiaokui has really been on point with her Dark Bindings, but she's going to take a lot of damage right now. Wester has just used her spell shield to block out the binding, so that leaves an opportunity for Mountain to use the Arcane Barrage directly into Westor's face. We see Ziv going in here, proccing down the E, is going to focus Xiaokui, but the teleport coming down. Echo at half health, still going in. He's holding on to his ultimate, has to burn it, goes straight back to the top lane, does not want to pursue here. But Albus is going to come back from the backside, decides against it with Ziv in full health. Wow, now Ziv is not at full health anymore. Has to back out, face checking the brush a little bit. All that action going on, but no kills going to either side of the team. We still stay at 2-2. A lot of action going back and forth here. Mountain definitely playing this off position pretty well. I'm also surprised with Xiaokui's performance here. Xiaokui has helped us cast a lot of the collegiate league here in Taiwan. Casting at the university level for X-gamers, for 4-gamers. Moving up here to the mid lane, we see Chowie being targeted by Ziv with the Mark of Death. This is putting a bit of pressure. Albus being forced mid, just to make sure that Kindred is not going to come in for a gank. And surprisingly, with the Death Ray upgrade first, is winning the lane quite hard against Chowie. Westor being stuck in the Dark Binding has to move back, but Mountain also being very low. Again, Sivir is the favored laner here in this matchup. They have a lot more wave push potential compared to the Ezreal. Ziv is going to run straight into Albus here. Already took a lot of damage, 2 shots from the shotgun. Albus is going to follow Ziv down, but takes a lot of damage from the Rift Herald here. Chowie coming in, forces Ziv to use his ultimate. This is only going to last 2.5 seconds. Ziv moves away, escaping on 1 health, and then Chowie forced to flash away here. This is definitely not a fight that blue side wanted to take. Threw a lot of the spells in, but Ziv was able to delay here. Win's going in for the kill. Landcat still holds on to his ultimate, but is in a very dangerous position. He really wants to push this wave out so Winz cannot just waltz underneath the turret. Winz is going to skate whatever and just go into the brush. The W comes down, 1Q, 1 auto attack, still not enough to take down Echo, but there he goes. Westor taking the exhaust, uses on the hunt, is going to chase for Xiaokui. Xiaokui down to 1 hit, but Mountain is doing a lot of damage here. Can Mountain take down his teammate? Yes, he can. Takes down the team captain, and a double kill for Mountain. Probably holding on to too much minion aggro here in the bot lane. Was a good start to the 2v2 fight, but chased a little bit too far. We see Westor still holding on to his flash, but not being offered a chance to use it in the strategical fashion. Probably would not have been able to save his life, so holds on to his summoners. Looking at the kills here, we're seeing 2 kills apiece for the carries on blue side. So they're definitely going into the mid game feeling quite confident. 1 kill lead for the blue side right now. No dragon fights so far. This is definitely something that's been a huge emphasis on this patch. Albus going super aggressive. This is the 3rd time we've seen this play being done. Ziv still has his ultimate, but decides not to use it. Albus flashing in, trying to go for the kill here. Wins is right behind him. If he doesn't get it, then he might die. Albus, oh, actually Ziv has not had his cooldown done yet, so will fall down to the invade here. Albus still going strong, is being backed up by Landcat's Echo right now. Still going very good for them, but Ann is coming in, gonna cut off the escape routes. There's really nowhere to go for Landcat, and I think Albus is gonna die too. Falls down, a double kill to Ann, 4 kills on the scoreboard right now. Victor, a tier 1 mid laner here for most of the teams we've seen in China and Korea so far. He's definitely been given a lot of buffs in the 6.9 patch. His sustained damage is now a complete monster, definitely on par with another tier 1 pick in the Azir. I think 100 ban pick rate in LCK currently. Very strong champion. We're seeing Chowie trying to go for another roam, knows that he really can't do much on lane anymore. Now Ziv is being targeted very hard here. He still has his ultimate and manages to smite away the red buff, so no danger right here for him. It's a very close call though. Oh, we're seeing Xiaoquei being caught out in a pickle. Mountain going against Sona with no mana right near. Sona's gonna fall down. Cola Lin not shown any mercy. Mountain is gonna continue this chase. Westor manages to evade the Mystic shot, but is probably gonna lose his turret in exchange right here.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Red side pushing up, taking the first tower off of the map. And again, we're seeing Ziv in a duel with Albus. These two players have been going at it all game long. Now the ultimate is down. Does either side want to go in? They decide not to, seeing wins his Maokai right there on the choke. Does not want to go into the choke with the Maokai. Twisted Advance will lock them down and prevent Ziv from falling down once more. We're seeing Mountain really showing up the main carry here. Wins going down with the teleport flash, Twisted Advance, engage, gets the exhausted, so is not able to take down Mountain, but Ann's gonna come in with the cleanup kill. 5 kills so far. Great performance by Ann so far. Is gonna flash and use the Chaos Storm ultimate. Chases it on Xiaoquei. Very well done, wow. Props to Ann. He's really trying to hard carry this game to a victory for Blue Side. Now we're gonna finally see the Elemental Dragons being taken down. First one is the Ocean Elemental Dragon. It's going to heal players for their mana and HP lost outside of combat. Probably considered the second best Elemental Dragon besides the Fire Elemental. We're seeing Westor here in a very sticky position. We're seeing the Graves gonna chase down Westor. Westor has to pop his heal. Does not have the on the hunt yet, but Albus is out of mana and he's being blocked by the minions right here. Albus down to 1 hit, probably isn't able to escape. Wow. Albus's aggression has really not paid off this game. We're seeing Echo come in, Chowie in the fight as well. Kindred without her ultimate cannot withstand the damage, and Chowie picks up a double kill to equalize the game a little bit. 10-8. A lot of skirmishing in this game. This is a style that AHQ has been known for. They've been known as the brawlers of the LMS. Bronze over brains is their motto. I think Albus has been a little bit disappointing so far, giving up 4 kills in the game, showing a lot of aggression but not being able to convert with his teammates here. Also, we see Wins has really taken over the top lane again, even though he's lost his turret and the first blood early, but is able to come back without much troubles. Now ahead 30 CS up on this top lane against an unfavorable matchup. So props to him. The experience as a pro player really showing here. This is a dangerous position, but the Chaos Storm was not targeted on a champion. This is a huge misplay on Ant's part. He's still going to take down Xiao Kui. Xiao Kui with the Morgana, no summoners on hand, really doesn't have much of a chance of escaping the Chaos Storm. But in the meantime, Albus is finally finding something productive to do. Gonna take down the mid turret here. Overall, if he manages to take down this mid turret, it should be a favorable trade for red side. Chowie getting spotted out. They really do want to get this turret. One more shot is gonna do it. Wow, this is really bad for Landcat. Does not manage to get the stun, is still gonna go in with the E. Tries to proc his passive. 2 rings now. Can he get the 3rd ring down? The W comes in, the Ezreal ult comes in and saves Landcat. That was an amazing play from Mountain there. Never played together, still on point. Great map awareness here, but Ziv is gonna come in to avenge his teammate. Puts the mark down. This should trigger Echo. Does Echo know about it? He's going to use his flash, but I don't think he can escape. That still needs one more shot. Is Ziv going to get stunned? He doesn't get slowed either. Manages to move out of minion range. 1 hit away. Wow, this game has been so close. So many nail biters, so many close fights, so many skirmishes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being given a treat here. We've always wanted to see a bloodbath, and we're being shown that right now. 22 kills before 20 minutes. Now that is a rare occurrence in League of Legends. Chowie has had a quite early game so far, but now has his Lost Chapter. It's going to give him a lot of mana after kills. Also picked up the Abyssal Scepter. Is going to make him much stronger against Ant's magical damage. We've seen Chowie really shifting his playstyle. Usually known for a lane player, this game he's really been trying to move into the bot lane a lot more, put pressure on Westdoor's lane. Westdoor started out very strong with a 2-1 start, but now being put down to 3-3. Gonna find Albus in the jungle once more. Albus targeting Cola Lin with his ultimate, going to one-shot her. Cola Lin really not reacting fast enough, still holding onto the exhaust and flash, but underestimating Albus's damage here. Albus with the red buff is gonna come out of the enemy jungle clean with a kill under his belt. Very well done. And coming in, picking up the blue buff. Current patch, the blue buff gives a lot more AP percentage damage. It's gonna move up here against Landcat. As we said before, they're really trying to pick on the non-professional players of the team here. Chaos Storm goes down, Landcat is forced to use his ultimate, but probably still won't be able to go away. Throws down 2 rings onto Ant, but not able to proc the 3rd passive to get the movement speed. Probably doesn't matter so far. Is gonna get his top lane turret taken away from him.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
The fighting has slowed down quite a bit. We're seeing blue side going for a strong push in the top lane right here. They are aware of Albus's position, so Albus is not clear to engage. Also a mid lane siege being propped here. AHQ Mountain going for some poke down with his Ezreal. Has already finished his Iceborne Gauntlet and his Mana Murray. 2 core items on Ezreal. It's going to give him quite a big power spike right now. We're seeing him playing very well with the Morgana. Red side really pressuring 2 points of the path right now. Going to try to go after Ant, but Ant has a very good gravity field to try to cut off Echo. Echo still manages to go through with the E. Morgana with the black shield protects Albus's life right now. Maokai in a bit of a pickle, but they don't really have the damage to take Wins down. Wow, Morgana is forced to flash right here, but unable to escape the Twisted Advance. He's gonna come down. Ziv is gonna come in here and take up 1 kill. Is not gonna go after the 2nd kill. Albus manages to slink away, but they still lose turret and 3 members on the team. Mountain probably taken out somewhere else on the map. So far, we're looking at a very strong lead for the blue side as we predicted, really picking on Landcat a little bit. Landcat had a great start to the game, but unfortunately, probably a little slow to follow up Albus's jungle invade. Here going, wow, Chowi really showing off his damage right there. If he would have landed the E, I believe he would have gotten the kill on Westor. Really showing who's boss. Red side, again, gonna look for this dragon. They've taken down the first dragon, and now they're looking to take down the second elemental dragon. Both teams trying to set up something here. We see that Landcat already has his teleport up, so he can come into the fight anytime he wants. The Ezreal is also moved down. The second Ocean Drake. Now, Ocean Drakes are very good for poke-focused team compositions. This is the composition that Red side is running now, so they really want this buff here. We're seeing Wins trying to look for an engage opportunity and also a chance to take down the spot side turret. The minion wave is a little too large here. Wins is going to go directly onto Albus. Also, we see that the Sona is probably going to get engaged on a little bit. There's a pincer happening from both teams right now. Uh-oh. Landcat is trying to go in, but gets taken down immediately, forced to blow his ultimate, but still not enough to save his life. The pincer actually doesn't manage to succeed here. We're seeing another siege being set up by the blue side right now. Nobody can touch this Maokai. Really fed. Ziv still holding on to his ultimate, the Lamp's Respite. Chowi going in for some poke, but getting chomped down by the Sever W's. And we see An with one burst taking out his teammate Mountain. Now An is currently sitting at 9 kills. That's 50% of the team's kill. The question from now on is who can burst down An? Because if they can't deal with him, this game is over. Chowi going in for a try. Very good Black Shield coming out here from Xiao Kui. Saves his teammate from the Twisted Advance. Doesn't let him be locked down. We're seeing Albus again trying to go for a flank, try to slow down the team. Doesn't want them to go away so easy. They've already committed murder and got away with it with that one turret. Here we see Albus really trying to go after An. An is outside of the ultimate range, but managed to move back in. Chowi finally, a very well-timed W, managed to snipe him off. 2 kills here for the red side team. Albus's flank is paying off right now, and they're going to get the second elemental dragon. Also, Colony is not going to get away here. Landcat is going to pick up another kill. So, all for all, this is a 3-0 trade for the red side. And they're going to move this straight into a Baron play. Now, blue side probably has no awareness of this happening. Oh, actually, they do. We see Wins using his teleport here, trying to stop the Baron from being taken. If the Baron is being taken, it's very hard to stop the red side push because of this team composition. The poke comp really strong with the fed Ezreal. Wins is trying to move his way into the Baron pit, but Chowi manages to secure it. Xiao Kui goes down. Westor is in a very dangerous position. Wins is trying to take Landcat out of the fight, but Landcat is simply too mobile to be locked down, and Wins is going to fall down as well. A great turnaround from the red side here. I think this is really showcasing blue side getting a little bit greedy, trying to pick up too much in the enemy red side jungle, but paying a lot for it in the meantime. Blue side now trying to recuperate their losses, going to take down the Scuddler. From now on, this is going to be a tempo controlled by the red side. Red side has the poke advantage. They're going to try to set up sieges. And for blue side, what they're going to try to do is catch out one of the carries with the Twisted Advance, and then instantly burst him down with Ant's Chaos Storm and Death Ray. Pololin being caught out here. Has the slow proc onto her, has to blow the ultimate, but that's not enough to save her from Chowi. This is a great sieging opportunity here, presented to the red side. The red side is 3-man grouping already, trying to take away this red buff. This is actually a little bit dangerous. They have a numbers disadvantage at this position. They're going to call in help from Xiao Kui. And looks like Chowi is also here to take out the backside, and is caught in a very bad position. Is already down to 200 hit points. Has to use the ultimate here. Chowi is going to come in, try to snipe off, and he does manage to do it. Alba's gonna go in, take down Westor. Wow, Chowi's damage is really being put on display here. 7-0-7 scoreline. Everyone's gonna die from blue side. No survivors so far. And this is gonna give red side a clear signal to push straight to inhibitor. Now they're being caught up by the minion wave a little bit. Xiaokui's probably gonna die here. Wow, this is some unfortunate tanking. Also, Landcat almost going down, so not as well played as it could be. Colin trying to salvage the situation, but really goes way too far forward. 3 members still left on the red side team. They still have about 2 seconds to push his turret. Westor is up, is going to be charging to the defense of his base. Mountain with a heads-up play, trying to use the barrage to stop the home guard. Doesn't manage to clip on the Sivir. But on the flip side, Sivir is not able to salvage the situation and defend her turret. The regeneration here is going to be crazy for the red side team. We're seeing double Ocean Drakes on them already. And also the Baron, still a factor here. Mountain really looking to pick someone off, just like he did against Kola Lin 2 minutes earlier. Decides to back off and play it safe. Red side really has a huge 5k gold lead right now. We're seeing Ant still be a great threat in team fights, but he's being picked off a little bit too fast. Red side is really playing to their mobility advantages very well. They're coming in from multiple sides, trying to cut off the blue side from any defenders and create these uneven number scenarios. Red side trying to catch someone off again. Chai being given the black shield. Does not manage to hit anyone with the distortion. Just backs right out. No harm done to him. I think red side is again going to try to set up a siege here. They're clearing out all the vision in this blue side jungle. The 2 mid laners have been stars for their team respectively and had a great start, but that overstay in the blue side jungle really cost his team way too much. Being picked off in the last team fight as well, not being able to do his sustained damage, being burst down at the start of the fight really hurt their chances. A 4-1 split push here as Wind is able to draw members away from the main sieging composition. Chowi taking a little bit too much turret hit, but able to back out unscathed. Another huge hit from Ann right now. We see he already has his Rylai's Crystal, so this is going to apply a 40% slow. Flashes in to try to keep the Chaos Storm onto Mountain. Mountain does not have his E anymore, has to use a flash to get away. We're seeing the Echo teleport coming in, but getting locked down instantly. Kola Lin locking down 2 people, and actually Echo has to teleport outside of the fight. Gonna have to walk back here, but Ziv is already low. This team fight could be anyone's. Albus has his eyes on Ant, but is no match for Ant right now. Chowi already low, but they have to spend so much taking down this Maokai. Still 4 kills, 3 kills coming out at the same time for red side. Even though the fight was split, they still overcome them with the raw strength of their team fighting ability and also their economic lead so far at this point in the game. Going to take down probably 2 inhibitors in this push. We're seeing the death timer for Westor be at 10 seconds. So this is likely the beginning of the end for our blue team right now. Really a bit of a surprise. They had more experienced players overall. They had the famous Westor, our MVP Ziv, but they were not playing in the positions they were used to. Wanted to make the game more entertaining. Boys and girls, we should always remember this game. This is a great lesson learned. Do not be too greedy when you have an advantage. League of Legends is a game that you have to focus on at all times. Even minor slip-ups that we've seen, like in this game, can cost you very dearly. We're seeing both teams try to set up for the Baron play right now. 40 seconds until the Baron. Now, blue side definitely has a huge disadvantage with 2 inhibitors down. If red side can play patiently, this Baron is theirs. There should be no contest. and red side can finish up the game by pushing straight top lane after they take the Baron. Let's see if red side is going to show some patience or if they're going to go for the riskier but more rewarding play in trying to catch up Ziv right now. Ziv still does have his ultimate here. Is not forced to burn anything. Maokai teleports into the fight. Xiaohui in a very dangerous position. Has to use the Crucible to keep her health up. Xiaohui going in for another huge burst. Ziv has shown some really big balls here. Not blowing his ultimate to save his life. Cool-headed play right now. Gonna move back into the base. Does not want to be caught out here. Westor also having to use his On the Hunt ultimate. This is gonna make their engage considerably weaker. And now we're seeing the red side, knowing that they have the push in the mid lane and the bot lane, is gonna go straight for their Baron play. They don't really care if this is being spotted out. They're going to start the Baron immediately. We're seeing Ant coming in, trying to get a pick off here in the Baron pit. Now the Baron pit represents a very dangerous arena for the red side team. If all 5 members are caught in the Chaos Storm, they actually have very little chance of winning the fight. Westor being chased here by Echo. Landcat deciding that he cannot make up the distance. Moves back to the Baron. Baron already being started here, down to 2/3 health, down to half health. They've already taken down 1 turret in the main base. It's going to turn around and start this fight here. HQ Ziv not being able to cast his ultimate, that is huge. Being stunned up and not being able to help his teammates in the fight. A huge Chaos Storm coming up and trying to do as much damage as he possibly can, but being picked off by Chowie right here. Chowie picking up a double kill. Also, we see Wince going down. Echo trying to chase for the last kill on Westor. Westor is going to turn around, deny that kill, and force them to face check here, but he still is going to fall down to Mountain, his teammate. This should be the end for the blue side team. The red side showing a lot of team fight prowess. The most important thing is that they had a very clean call here. That decision to turn around and take down Ziv in an instant. We see Ziv at the end of the fight still holding on to his flash, still holding on to his lamps despite not being able to save his teammates. And congratulations to the red side team. Landcat and Xiaohui, the amateurs on the team, have definitely made this game very exciting for us. And Mountain, also a huge carry. Chowie really showing Westor up, who's the better mid lane player here. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed our show match of the day. We're going to kick it back to Ant to cap it all off.
Thank you, Clement. What a fantastic game. Thank you to all of our competitors, and of course, thank you to you, Clement, for bringing us all the action with your voice. It has been such an absolute pleasure to share this evening with you so far, and it's not over yet. Remember that the demo areas are still open. We hope you enjoyed the show match, that you will check those areas out, and that you enjoyed tonight's festivities as we celebrated the 10th anniversary of the Republic of Gamers. We hope that you will join us